Hey there, beloved Ascension Pioneers. Welcome to another video with me, Polona, your guide. Today I want to address the topic of being afraid of the unknown, of that void, of feeling of being stuck. I just seen a video from a Sister of Light. You can see it here, but you have to watch it on YouTube. Remember this if you want to see the link shared. She was talking about the tips of getting unstuck, of getting that zone of beyond this fear of unknown. So basically all fear is fear of unknown, and it's something we have to embrace on this path, is the awareness of the responsibility to make choices and decisions and to go forward and to not be spinning in the old cycles anymore, which we look like dogs chasing their tails, but basically becoming self-conscious, self-responsible co-creator human beings and taking ownership of our divine inheritance. We're moving into a state of being that is a perfected human being of light. It's how we are always intended to be, and the whole universe is shifting. So what is happening is, instead of feeling this fear of the unknown, is of course a lot of people see it, but they don't have the proper tools to address it. So oftentimes what people do is they're aware of the mistakes they keep making, the things, the entanglements, the attachments. They're aware what sabotages them. They are aware of their inner sabotager, that archetype of the inner saboteur, what's it called. So it's not enough. You need to develop inside, of course. It's not an external thing. Develop the right tools to take ownership back of your authentic beingness that is never afraid, that is ever expansive, that is always creating something new, that is always in flow with spirit. And one thing really important here is to, instead of that feeling, which is fear of the unknown, to shifting into all timelines merging as one. And then from this space, understanding the rightful nature of your divine essence, which is a conscious co-creator being. So taking back ownership of our divine co-creator nature. A lot of the people are afraid to make a decision and to move forward, and a lot of people even ask me what to do, since they're losing jobs, they're ending relationships, they are finding themselves at the space that they don't really know what to do. Oftentimes this also pushes them to do tasks that maybe before they weren't even capable of doing before. And this just totally activates us into feeling powerful, into knowing we can do anything. And this doesn't always mean to do it alone. Sometimes it's just inviting new energies in, inviting new partnerships and friendships. And like I was speaking about yesterday, community, cooperation. But we need to open up. But when we reside in that blocked state, that fear of unknown creates this state when we feel we're blocked. It's not that we're blocked, but our perception is there. So we perceive things as we're stuck. And it's not that we sort of start doing things differently, but the perspective is changed. So things shift from within to without. And then we see that maybe this pause, this winter, this deep freeze has actually the biggest blessings, because it's shown us something, how we can do something very much differently. And we understand that by making decisions which still so many people are afraid of doing, they're afraid to follow their joy and bliss, and they think they need to seek for themselves and seek outside of themselves, and they keep looking in the wrong direction because it's all here anyway. It's all there, but people are lacking the proper tools to address this. So like I've said, a lot of the times they keep going in the same cycles. They think they're changing something. They think they're growing, but they're not growing. They're not growing because the perspective never changes. Your intellect might read books, might understand things on a certain level, but if you don't embody it, it doesn't help you. Because the action, the embodiment needs to shift with you. So like I said, you need to develop the proper inner tools to work with yourself as a fully empowered human being, without any limitations, without running away from facing life as it is, because a lot of people who are still spiritually mature are running away from life. And they create this false paradigm of this reality. They think it's their highest service and they think it's their highest good. But they just don't see the highest potential because they created this fog around them that, they just keep going in circles, like literally in life. If you end up in a fog area and you don't know really how to do these steps forward from your inner to the outer, and then you're always guided to the right path, then you will just keep making circles. And, that's what a lot of people, when they go around, they're like, wait a minute, I've been there before. So a lot of people now in this intense shift, and there's major changes coming, are finding themselves at this threshold and seeing that they just keep repeating the same old, same old. Their perspective has changed. We've known this. There was a lot of teachers speaking about many of such things. How to shift your perspective, how to do inner work. We've heard everything about this. But still, proper tools of implementation, how to do that, how to embody, have not yet been fully developed within most. That's why people keep repeating the same patterns, and it's not about mistakes. That there isn't such a word as mistake or good or bad. It's just soul will always be striving for the ultimate growth. And when there's no growth, there's stagnation. And souls are not in their natural creative essence from their soul spark, source spark, divine love, when they do not create. So when souls run away from their true nature, from their true divinity, what they do is they create this falsehood reality that some people call illusion. And they live that illusion long enough to recognize it as reality. Although in no such case, an example, it really truly mirrors their rightful soulful potential. So we're coming in this stage now that it's really important to seek very deep within, because only when you'll be able to look so deep within that you'll be able to, ask anything about the things that you're going through, or because everything externally is a mirror. So when you'll be able to look deep enough to see everything as a reflection of you, and then to really ask yourself, is that truly coming from your soul spark? Because if it does, it will every day, every moment feel expansive and joyful and blissful. If there's a person who tells me they're living from their heart, but they don't emanate that energy, they just don't. You can be tired, you can have challenging days, but you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about that soulful connection, which in some people we feel it, and in some people we don't feel it. They say they're happy, they say they're content, but they just keep going in circles. So they're not fully living their soul potential. How you can develop the soul potential is, a lot of people would use techniques that were more in the old age, I would say, were more focused on the external techniques. But I would be very interested in the coming weeks and years to come for us as Together Ascension Pioneers to be working on developing, through understanding our core of the soul nature, of divine principles, of sacredness, of our experience as when we go about life in creation, to really develop inner tools. This is called inner mastery. So the same way I was speaking about fear, and that it's not enough just to face our fear, we also have to master it. Otherwise, it just keep going in circles. And there, the corners are always going to be wherever you are. It will seem like it's different because you're going to be at a different point, but it's still the same space, same enclosed space. What we want for is a spiral. Spiral is the essence of evolution of all creation. So we're striving for spiral. We're striving for multidimensional. We're striving from soul infused. Many times, even before I started doing this Ascension guidance work so extensively and so widely open, I was already speaking about soul infusion. And I keep getting back to the things I kept saying like a while ago, and they keep integrating more. And I keep being shown by Spirit this importance of developing the right inner tool. So the masterization of our own nature, our soulfulness, our soul infusion, our soul expression. So if you are finding yourself not expanding every moment, every second, you are not yet fully living your soul source nature. You're not yet living your full soul, individualized soul aspect potential. We will be going through that more in the recent videos, but I just wanted to address this from another perspective because, like I said, there's many guides out there doing a wonderful job, wonderful contribution, and I shared a video from A Sister of Light before, and I want to say that we're each addressing this from a different level, from a different need to approach it, because like I say, all is one big column of light, of a beautiful spiral of spirit that we're traveling. So it is important to be discovering these things that are so essential for all of us. When I started doing this video, I wasn't even aware of exactly what I was going to speak about. I knew that I'm going to start addressing the fear of unknown and why we have it and why there's this primal fear there, because it is our primal fear of that original cause of separation when you first became an individualized soul spark. because it is a gift, because you're learning, and then to one day yet remember that you're also here to just remember your source. You're learning to truly remember who you are already, and to understand your creation nature, to understand your creator potential. And it doesn't go in circles, it goes in a spiral. So we will be working more on that, I think. I think I'll be addressing this more, and I'll see what next, comes through me and my guidance through spirit. And do please be aware that when I say spirit, I don't mean the spirit after plane that, people who cross over get there. When I say spirit, I mean the divine nature of all things, the source of all that is, the divinity, and the spark of creation, which is divine love. So this is what I mean when I say spirit. I don't mean the after plane. I don't talk to the dead. I don't talk to, people who have crossed over this plane of existence, because that's just another plane of existence. But I say spirit as in all that is. So we will see what comes through. We will see how we will be initiated into the new, but we won't get to the root of all the embodiment of our I am presence, which literally becomes physical. It becomes physical when you merge every aspect of your physical nature, because we have bodies made up of chemistry and different elements, and every of these elements and every cell needs to be permeated with this light. So when we manage to embody our I am presence to our very root chakra, to the very core of our human being, we can walk hand in hand, and we can merge spirit and matter and be divine and human beings. And this is the way, the new prototype of the new human being, the perfected human being, which I was already mentioning like a few years back, I think. This is the direction where we're heading towards. And it is important because it starts here. It starts that opening to that primal core, which is that fear of unknown, fear of separation, which began at the original cause. And then remembering your wholeness and remembering your state of existence as a conscious, individualized, but a co-creator essence. And to then start being it, to start embodying these principles in your very own body. So I'll be very excited about what is yet to come. I'm wishing you all a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Much love, and if you want more information, you can go to the webpage where many things are shared there. So, bye.